मेरे कुलीग्स डॉक्टर विकास और डॉक्टर अर्शिया भी जुड़ चुके हैं डॉक्टर साहब।
थैंक यू। गुड मॉर्निंग।
आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है डॉक्टर साहब, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
हाँ, गुड मॉर्निंग।
नहीं
हेलो।
डॉक्टर साहब, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है अभी। एक बार माइक चेक कर लीजिए दोबारा।
नहीं, अभी आवाज आ रहा है शायद। अभी आवाज आ रहा है। साउंड इज ओके।
सर मुझे तो आ रही है सर। सर आपको नहीं आ रही है?
अभी साउंड आ रहा है कि नहीं? मैं तो सुनाई दे रहा है आपका।
नहीं डॉक्टर साहब, अभी भी नहीं आ रही है। यू आर नॉट ऑडिबल डॉक्टर साहब।
विकास जी, आपका आवाज आ रहा है मेरा?
सर मेरे एंड पे तो आ रही है सर आवाज आपकी। पता नहीं ऊपर क्यों नहीं आ रही है। एक बार सर मेरे को आ रही है आवाज।
यहाँ पे
आवाज
भी
आ रहा है?
आवाज।
सर
विकास
शायद
जी, आपको आवाज आ रही है?
जी
हाँ।
सर, आपके कंप्यूटर में मेरी आवाज आ रही है? अशोक सर, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है क्या? इसका मतलब ऊपर ही कुछ दिक्कत है, मैं एक बार चेक करा।
डॉक्टर साहब, आवाज आ रही है मेरी आपको?
आ रही है सर?
हाँ, मैं तो सुन पा रहा हूँ। एक मिनट।
यस यस। हाँ विकास जी, अब आ रही है आपको आवाज मेरी?
जी आ रही है सर।
ओके ओके ओके, गुड, ठीक,
आपको आ
थैंक
रही
यू
है सर?
आ
थैंक
रहा
यू।
है ना?
जी हाँ, अब आ रही है, अब आ रही है डॉक्टर साहब।
अब सबकी आ रही होगी
अच्छा
सर, हमें
अच्छा।
सबकी आ रही है जी।
जी 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 जी, हाँ ठीक है डॉक्टर साहब, ठीक है।
हाँ, अभी वही विकास जी बोल रहे थे जो मेरे तो आवाज आ रही है, तो
जी
ये
जी
सरप्राइज
जी
हो गया क्योंकि अभी
जी जी
मैं मॉर्निंग में सारी चेक किया था एक बार साइट में
जी
जाके।
जी जी,
तो वही
नहीं, नाउ इट
सरप्राइज
इज फाइन।
हो
यस
जाता
यस
है।
यस, नाउ इट इज वर्किंग फाइन। यस
हाँ,
यस।
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
सो डॉक्टर साहब, ए वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग। डॉक्टर विश्वास और मेरे बाकी जो कुलीग्स हैं रीजनल सेंटर दिल्ली 1 से और इग्नू हेडक्वार्टर से कुछ साथी जुड़ चुके हैं। और अभी हमारे देश के अलग अलग रीजनल सेंटर से मैं देख रहा हूँ, रीजनल सेंटर वटाकारा हमारी स्क्रीन पर दिखाई दे रहे हैं। तो डॉक्टर साहब शुरू कर लें अगर आप इजाज़त दें तो?
हाँ, श्योर श्योर, क्यों नहीं।
ओके ठीक है डॉक्टर साहब, हम शुरू कर लेते हैं। इन द मीन टाइम बाकी जो हमारे कुलीग्स हैं फ्रॉम अदर रीजनल सेंटर्स ऑफ आवर कंट्री और स्टूडेंट्स वगैरह, वो भी सब धीरे धीरे जुड़ेंगे। तो आई थिंक वी कैन स्टार्ट इट नाउ। और डॉक्टर साहब, हमारी एक बहुत अच्छी प्रैक्टिस भी रहती है कि क्योंकि कुछ लोग अलग अलग रीजन्स से, क्योंकि आज वर्किंग डे है, तो कुछ लोग अलग अलग रीजन्स से जो है ज्वाइन, लाइव प्रोग्राम को ज्वाइन नहीं कर पाते हैं। लेकिन बाद में हम हमारे इन गूगल मीटिंग्स की, क्योंकि ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट रिसोर्स बन जाते हैं, तो हम इन रिसोर्सेज को यूट्यूब लिंक पर डाल देते हैं हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल पर। और फिर उसका जो यूट्यूब वीडियो का जो लिंक होता है वो फिर हम सभी के साथ शेयर कर देते हैं,
करेक्ट।
ताकि ताकि जो लाइव प्रोग्राम नहीं देख पाए किसी भी रीजन से, वो बाद में रिकॉर्डिंग को देख लें।
करेक्ट।
तो इसका भी हम वही करेंगे। तो डॉक्टर साहब, विद योर काइंड परमिशन, शुड वी स्टार्ट नाउ?
हाँ, श्योर श्योर।
जी, थैंक यू डॉक्टर साहब, थैंक यू सो मच। ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर सर, respected vice chancellor sirs and madams, registrars of our university, and directors of schools and divisions, cells and units, and our teaching and non-teaching colleagues throughout the university family, and our colleagues at various regional centers, study centers, our academic counselors, and our dear learners, including my colleagues at IGNOU Regional Center, Delhi 1. A very good morning to all of you. And as you all know that today we have joined this Google meeting to listen to Bishwas Sahab on a very important topic. And you all know that today he is going to share his experiences on environmental, social, and governance. In brief, it is known as ESG. So, kindly allow me to begin with his brief introduction of the resource person of the day. And dear colleagues, I am very happy to share it with you all that Shri Hardan Bishwa Sahab, he retired as Chief Manager in 2016 from Power Grid Corporation of India. और आप सभी जानते हैं, it is a Government of India enterprise under Ministry of Power. और उनका जो एक्सपीरियंस है, इग्नू के साथ भी एक बहुत लंबा चौड़ा उनका एसोसिएशन रहा है. मुझे बताते हुए बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि पिछले लगभग 18 सालों से वो इग्नू के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं एज एकेडमिक काउंसलर. और वो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को एमबीए प्रोग्राम्स के कुछ कोर्सेज के लिए और जो हमारा बीसीए प्रोग्राम है उसके कुछ कोर्सेज के लिए अपनी सेवाएं, अपनी एक्सपर्टीज वो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को देते चले आ रहे हैं. और हमारे स्टूडेंट्स उनकी एक्सपर्टीज और उनके अनुभव का बहुत फायदा उठाते चले आ रहे हैं. और वो हमारे रीजनल सेंटर दिल्ली 1 के साथ साथ कुछ दूसरे रीजनल सेंटर्स के साथ भी जुड़े हुए हैं एज एन एकेडमिक काउंसलर. और इसके अलावा पिछले लगभग 17 सालों से वो अमेठी यूनिवर्सिटी नोएडा में जो अमेठी डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ डिस्टेंस एंड ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन है, वहाँ पर भी वो एमबीए प्रोग्राम और बीबीए प्रोग्राम के लिए एज विजिटिंग फैकल्टी वो अपना एक्सपीरियंस उनके साथ भी शेयर करते चले आ रहे हैं. और पिछले 4 सालों से जो हमारा गुरु गोविंद सिंह इंद्रप्रस्थ यूनिवर्सिटी है द्वारका न्यू दिल्ली में, उनके साथ भी वो एज गेस्ट फैकल्टी पिछले 4 सालों से जुड़े हुए हैं. तो उनका जो एज फैकल्टी उनका जो एम्पैनलमेंट है टेक्निकल और मैनेजमेंट फील्ड्स में बहुत अलग अलग वैरायटी के अलग अलग वेरियस इंस्टीट्यूशंस के साथ वो जुड़े हुए हैं. और अगर मैं सही मायने में अगर मैं मोटे तौर पर इसको कंक्लूड करूं तो उनका लगभग 40 सालों का एक्सपीरियंस है, जिसमें उन्होंने टेक्निकल फील्ड में, मैनेजमेंट फील्ड में, इंडस्ट्रियल फील्ड में, टीचिंग फील्ड में और ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट फील्ड में वो पावर सेक्टर से जुड़े हुए लोगों को अपनी सेवाएं देते चले आ रहे हैं. और मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है ये सब बताते हुए कि जो आज उनका जो हमारे साथ जो एक्सपीरियंस है ये नेशनल लेवल पर तो हम लोग शेयर कर ही रहे हैं. और वो दूसरे देशों में भी उन्होंने विजिट किया है. और जो कंट्रीज उन्होंने कुछ विजिट की हैं उनमें अगर मैं मोटे तौर पर आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करूं तो उन्होंने अपना जो ट्रेनिंग का, इंस्पेक्शंस का, टेस्टिंग का, मीटिंग्स और सेमिनार्स वगैरह का जो उनका जो एक बहुत वास्ट एक्सपीरियंस है, उन्होंने फिनलैंड में, स्वीडन में, एस्टोनिया में, ऑस्ट्रिया में, जर्मनी में, इथियोपिया में, दुबई और चाइना के लोगों के साथ भी उन्होंने अपनी एक्सपर्टीज और अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर किए हुए हैं. और इससे पहले कि मैं उनको आज का ये मंच सौंपूं, मैं स्वागत करना चाहूँगा हमारे ऑनरेबल प्रो वाइस चांसलर मीना सर का, जो अभी अभी इस गूगल मीटिंग में हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं. मैडम कुकरेती भी हमारे साथ जुड़े थे अभी थोड़ी देर पहले. और मुझे उम्मीद है कि हमारे बाकी अथॉरिटीज़ भी इस प्रोग्राम को या तो लाइव जुड़ेंगे बीच में, और अगर लाइव नहीं देख पाएंगे तो जैसे मैंने शुरू में कहा था कि जब हम यूट्यूब का लिंक शेयर करते हैं तो हमारी सारी यूनिवर्सिटी फ्रेटर्निटी, हमारी जो इग्नू परिवार है, वो इन सारी के सारे रिकॉर्डिंग्स का जो रीजनल सेंटर्स पर जो इस तरीके के कार्यक्रम आयोजित किए जाते हैं, हमारा पूरा इग्नू परिवार इन कार्यक्रमों का भरपूर लाभ उठाता है. तो मैं हमारी अथॉरिटीज़ का एक बार पुनः धन्यवाद और स्वागत करते हुए मैं विश्वास सर से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि वो आज के इस टॉपिक पर अपना जो अनुभव है और अपना जो ज्ञान है वो हम सभी के साथ शेयर करें. शुक्रिया सर, धन्यवाद. थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच मैडम, थैंक यू.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद डॉक्टर साहब, डॉक्टर शर्मा जी. तो शुरुआत से पहले मैं आपका चांसलर्स, प्रोफेसर चांसलर्स, बाकी जितने सारे सीनियर ऑफिसर्स है इग्नू का, डायरेक्टर्स एंड बाकी ऑल द लर्नर्स, सबको मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ. और ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म मुझे दिया गया है इसके लिए इट इज़ अ वेरी गुड अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर मी. एंड मैं भी चाहता हूँ इसमें जितना सारे नॉलेज है, मेरा जितना जानकारी है, मैं उसको चर्चा करें. तो ठीक है, धीरे धीरे और बाकी सब ज्वाइन करेंगे. वो वर्किंग डे है, आप सही कहा, वर्किंग डे में टाइम निकाल के ज्वाइन करना तो मुश्किल तो होता ही है, बट एनी हाउ तो मैं शुरुआत में यही कहना चाह रहा हूँ, जिस टॉपिक्स जो है मैंने इसलिए चुना है, पहले मैं सोचा और कोई टॉपिक्स में करूँ, लेकिन मैंने बात सोचा ये लेटेस्ट है, बिकॉज G20 में इसके बारे में चर्चा हुआ था, इन्वायरमेंट के बारे में, दिस इज हॉट केक एंड एवरीवेयर इट इज डिस्कसिंग रिगार्डिंग द हाउ टू, नॉट ओनली द इंडिया, वर्ल्ड वाइड, पूरे वर्ल्ड वाइड में इसके बारे में चर्चा, तीनों चीज जो है कंबाइनली इट इज एब्रिवेटेड ESG, इज एनवायरमेंट, सोशल एंड गवर्नेंस. सो from the business point of view and the institution point of view, how to cope up the situations जो आने वाला situations जो आ रहे हैं, तो उसके बारे में, ये बारे में चर्चा हम लोग करेंगे. और मेरे पास जो मेरा जो प्रेजेंटेशंस का जो स्ट्रक्चर है, मैं आपको पहले बता दूं. तो इसमें फर्स्ट में थोड़ा इंट्रोडक्टरी होगा, so that I can give you some what are the definition purposes. Then after that I will go for the slideshow, some of the PPTs हमने बनाया ऑलरेडी by the guidance of Dr. साहब शर्मा जी. इसके बारे में काफ़ी मेरे इनिशियल इंसिस्ट किया है, और not only that he has inspired me also, because the title, how to define the title also, इसके लिए माथा पीछे हम लोग जो है 2 दिन काफ़ी चर्चा किया, how to derive the definitions, and so that it should be a very clarified all these things. So thanks. Then तो इसमें around 15 to 17 slides है, मतलब PPTs है. Basically, what are the government has given the directives, what are the G20 में जो चर्चा हुआ है, वो सब point out किया है. Then after that I will show some of the photographs I have collected from the power grid. So part of the environmental point of view or social responsibility, sustainability ऊपर में जो उन्होंने कुछ काम किए हैं, तो what are the develop they have done, and we should know also, so that I have to show you. Then after that, time permits, then we have to discuss some of the points and question and session. तो इस तरह का स्ट्रक्चर में हम लोग चलेंगे. So I think शर्मा जी, डॉक्टर साहब, तो मैं अभी प्रेजेंटेशन शुरू करें, PPTs?
जी सर, प्लीज सर, प्लीज.
ओके. Why it is not sharing? कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है.
सर जो सर नीचे लेफ्ट की तरफ से जो 5th आइकन है सर, जिसमें ऊपर की साइड वाला एक एरो बना हुआ है, उससे स्क्रीन शेयर शुरू होगा डॉक्टर. प्रेजेंट नाउ लिखा हुआ आ जाएगा उस पे.
प्रेजेंट नाउ, देन एंटर स्क्रीन आ रहा है.
जी 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 जी.
फाइल दिखा नहीं रहा. आई थिंक नाउ इट हैज कम. ओके ओके. क्या करेक्ट.
जी 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 प्लीज.
I think it is visible, na? I think it is.
जी डॉक्टर साहब, इट इज विजिबल.
Okay, fine. So I can.
अगर हाँ, यस प्रेजेंटेशन मोड. जी परफेक्ट डॉक्टर साहब, परफेक्ट.
ओके. So I think इसको हम नीचे कर देते थोड़ा. Yeah. So you see, the G20 में, that is a group of 20, recently it has held on 9 to 10 September 2023. That time the resolutions has been passed, and lot of what are the commitment has been declared, I think, by the joint 20 countries. They are basically the trade and sustainable development, and then the health point of view, agriculture, energy, environment, climate change, and anti-corruptions. Regarding this, it has been discussed, and already resolution has passed. Then why it is not?
सर डाउन एरो की से अगला स्लाइड आ जाएगा सर.
हाँ वही आ नहीं रहा, आज पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है.
नेक्स्ट वाले से या डाउन एरो की से. जी
yes.
आ गया.
Okay. Correct. I think. So the themes of this presentation were actually what are the it has been decided. I mean the forecast or dream. You can say the Prime Minister is already the dream these things, and not only that, it has already surveyed and finally they calculated by the 2047 our country will be developed. Now we are in developing, but by the 2047 we have be developed. So that is the themes. Then corporate and the social sustainability. That this is the part. And then finally the climate crisis, global warming, and achieving the net zero emissions, which are the very important things. So three aspects are there. There's a themes are there. Discussion point will be the latest ESG. What are the trends, challenges? What are the pitfalls? What are the struggles we are facing? And not only that, the opportunities also we have to see. And then sustainable practices. What are the practices, best practices by the industries and the government initiatives also. And then we have to discuss the initiatives, business society, and what are the regulations, corporate regulations, and finally the innovations and technology. The target has given by the Prime Minister, that is a 2047 by our country should be developed. And there are some of the milestone. I can say that some milestone has been fixed. By 2033 to 3334, we have to the recent conditions to be improved. Means the lower the medium income group as considered the 2000, that should be upper middle class income group. So that is by we can achieve before 2035. And what are the upper middle class as on date? They can be by the 2050, they should be a high class groups. How it has happened? Because when the developed countries, they are automatically the GDP and the economy will be increased. And by the time where we can consider this group of people, group of populations will be, that income group will be there. That means we'll be in a wealth country. It shows that we will be wealth countries. And not only that, Ernest and Young, they have also projected, the consultant company, they have also projected the size of the India economy will be the $25 trillion by 2047. It is everything are declared and already calculated, surveyed by the different companies, different consultant companies, and finally, and it is our planning, or the government has also give us some approved also. This is the things. So moreover, I can add some of things there. As you know, the Price Waterhouse Coopers, this is another of the internationally consultant group. They also surveyed the things. They also forecast that by the they have already conducted 26th annual global CEO meeting. They have conducted throughout the world, and that time there are 73 CEOs, 73% CEOs. They have declared. I think they have jointly decided, finally, even though it is a declining worldwide, our economy is declining, but India, it's a bright light in the gloom. India, they are saying the India, the first, all world is focusing on the India. Coming 2 decades, I mean the 10 to 20 years, every countries are focusing on the India. So much potential we have. So first it rates, because they have considered, because of our economy rate and the futures, considering the futures, our strength, our populations, our geographical conditions. Based on this, they have declared the rate of the nations in the world focusing this thing. basically the India is entering in the exciting conditions. I think I can uh, share those who are the learners and the new generations. They should feel happy and they should feel glad also. You are such a countries where all the world are focusing on our country only. Lot of opportunities are coming in futures. Uh, and finally, they have that Price Waterhouse Coopers. They have also projected that the projection shows that India could be the world's third biggest economy. Even our Prime Minister is also projected this way. Same thing. It is based on the survey also. To survey the Price Waterhouse Coopers are a very renowned consultant. They also surveyed and declared that our country will be a third economic country. So we are sure, that is a sure, no doubt about it, we will be the third biggest country GDP wise. And not only the another information I would like to share with you, which I have collected from different reports. By 2060, we will be happy that by the 2060 we will be exceeding the US also. That means though these generations, the learners, the people are there, 2060, they will be the supersede the American economy also. So GDP will be like this. No doubt, provided we have to a lot of hard work. That's why the environment, sustainability, social, that is a very prime requirement nowadays. So, and India will be a powerhouse. They are declared their price waters. They are going. India will be a powerhouse, basically. Now, from the all angles, not only the energy, power is the means of economy, your education, skill development, everywhere. There's a power will be there. So this is some of the figure out time, some of the surveys I have collected some of the things. There are a lot of things are there. Services, advanced manufacturing, the knowledge lead hubs will be there. The lot of positivity, everywhere there are maybe 30 to 40 pages, the report. Summary is only 30, 40 pages. I have seen nowhere the negative is they have written in regarding the Indian economic purposes. So it is a very happy moment for us. So now, what are the opportunities? Now I can see that what are the opportunities actually? The global and Indian demography. We have a diversified lot of things there. Demographic decline in the worldwide, but even you see the Japan and European countries, there are a lot of seniors people are there, above 60 or 70. Japan is really in the worldwide most senior persons are there. They are really struggling this years. So comparing these, in this case, we are in India, we have a uh, 30 years, below 30 years generations, we have around 70%. So it is a very, we can have some dynamic comparative advantages there. We can compete, we can beat, we can education field, every field our young generations can contribute. So that is, we have that potential power we have. That means the human power, you can see. Supply chain diversifications globally in Indian demography, the opportunity to promote the labors, inclusiveness is manufacturing. Here actually I would like to emphasize some of this inclusiveness. Means we have to include more and more diversified people and take their potentials, take their power, their capability, that should be joined together so that we can have a more energy there. Suppose now it is in a standalone way. I have some power, I have some knowledge, but suppose for Dr. Sharma, he has some knowledge, but we are not it together. Somewhere we have to inclusiveness, togetherness is required so that all energy will be on one point, then lot of force will be created. That is required. Then only we can have a best opportunity for the new generations. So unbundling and the globalization of the services. Now it is one of the prior important because before a mid 80s, 1980s or late 1980s, that time some industrializations on some of the your it was this. That is one of the phase was unbundling times. Some that time trading is not very much attractive because of the transportations and the cost is also problems us. But 90s now it has very the second unbundling I can say it. The second unbundling or second phase of unbundling or globalizations, that time services little bit improved because of the trades systems are revived, lot of regulations has come. Still some problem was there, but now and this last 4 to 5 years you can see, and even after the post COVID also, the globalization nowadays mobile is there, everything is accessible. So transportation costs is drastically reduced. From the one point you can deal anything, you can online teaching, online classes, business also. So it is now flourish. So there is a that's why I'm telling you there are three unbundlings there as already over. Now in future, maybe after 4 5 years, robotic system will come. You cannot do anything automatically. It will be done within a very fraction of times. You can deal things. So this is the way we are passing in a very bright futures, and globalization services are very attractive now, and we have to more. That is not a end. We have to do this more. So our new generations, new learners, they have to create, they have to initiate lot of things. How best services you can give to the not only the domestic field in India, worldwide, best services you have to give it so that the other countries can look and they can give a more work. We can earn, our revenue can generate it, and this is the way we can our the main aim or objectives to by the 2047. So we have to have a developed country. That only it is possible. Now, threats. What are the threats and opportunities? I have to just comparing in this way. What are the threats and what are the threats? You see, oil and gas import at 75%. That is one of the threat points. If we are to depend on the oil and gas still, and people are not pay most of the in salary incomes are by the transportation only. So that's why it is required the elasticity, the low demand elasticity. It means the conditions where the people are automatically pay the money, but it should not be continue because I have आपको जाना है कोई जगह में तो मैं क्या करेंगे जाना तो है मजबूरी है तो 1000 रुपीज पेट्रोल भर लिया है but I have to see the outcomes क्या करना चाहिए how to solve the situations. So that's why the renewable energies, the solar energy, or all the biophases, so that is required. So that alternative we have to search. So that's why I can say it is an opportunity. Threat is there, but उसमें जो struggle करना है, threats के अंदर से हमको opportunity को निकालना है, so that we can see threats, struggles, problems, वो तो रह गई because we cannot divide. Now you see best what we can do it. So that is the I can say it is the opportunity. Threats is there, no problem, but we have to search the opportunities. So this is the way I have figured out the aggression, the gray war. You see the war is going on. The Ukraine, where was the now Israel and Palestine there, another part is going on. So these situations will be there, and somehow we have to impact will come in India also. That we cannot unavoidable. So what I can do it, Atmanirbhar. You see the defense productions are increased and the defense, lot of indigenous and the homemade weapons are government has taken the initiatives because how long we can depend on the other countries. So that is the important, not only the defense production, other productions also. So, and at the time, the dual technology, that is mean the semiconductors as well as the telecom sectors also and the telecoms. So both the things should be considered where we can have a jointly we can do it all these things. Climate change is another threats because that we cannot avoid it because the climate changes. Only we can see the remedies. What the way we can see that. That's why the green economy is required, so that your we can have some. We have to prepare for that because you see the preparations is required for to cope up the climate situations. Because you see, our child nowadays, they are addicted. Uh, Technology is there, latest technology is there, but we have to see how best we can utilize our technology. Children's, the most of the other countries, in the Sweden and Finland, I have seen when I was in the Finland, I have seen the childrens are very friendly. I think they are making their toys their own. But it's a learning process. Educational learnings are booming because of the things, the green economy, your LIFOX. So our new generation should think about it. They have to prepare in such a toys, such a educational tools, so that the new generation can be easily learn the things. It should be an interactive learning toys, because interactive learning toys are very important nowadays. China is doing some of the things, but still we are depend on the China. Some of the still we are trading with the China. We cannot stop 100%. So that's why the new startups, new initiatives are required in this field, so that our children can be built up. They should excite to build the confidence in the children. This is our prime motto to come downward the generations. Because one fine day, definitely we have to leave this earth. We have to go somewhere where we are coming. It is not our permanent places. But हम लोग क्या देके जा रहे हैं, चिल्ड्रंस को, बच्चे को क्या देके जा रहे हैं, वो इम्पोर्टेंट है. Because they should feel happily they can lead this in this art, they can enjoy the everything in their lives. So it is some of the feelings should be there, that type of motto should be there. What you are doing, what I am doing, how best it is socially can be utilized, that will proceed, so that the next generation can be more comfortable, more happy, they can lead the life accordingly. So this is the way I think the green economy is there. Practices of the sustainable development, and there some of the you see the two-wheelers now. A lot of battery chargers, battery operated has come. So that is the way we can. Still, lot of things to be do, because the chargings are the problems. 4 hours, 5 hours are taking. Then I can share some of my experiences, and even it is already government is also taking initiatives. Our transport ministers has declared Delhi to Jaipur, the national highway. They have to put some path in between, in the center point. They have to put some still part, and the antenna like that of a traction lines, so that during the travel you can charge your vehicles. So it is already in the Sweden. They have already and the prototype success, and lot of areas they are doing this. Initially, investment is definitely the more investment is required to do so, but it is a trial basis. Our country is also doing in these things, so that that problem can be solved during the travel. It is so interesting things. Suppose you are going from Delhi to Jaipur, and in between, if your battery operated cars, so if you are no charging stations there, so immediately you just lane change. You can put in your car in the particular that traction lane, and automatically it will be charging. After 20-30 minutes, then again you can shift in your lane, and you can very comfortably you can reach your Jaipur. So without any stop somewhere and charging the vehicles. So this is the very new initiatives are coming. Now weakness. You see everywhere, any project, so everywhere, weakness will be there. But you have to search how to overcome the weakness. So that is the way you have to see it. Only thing in the first, that's why I give the level of education. So why I'm giving the top first one, because that is the only way which are the weakness you can be uh, you can that opportunity you can be able. For example, why I am now delivering some of the things, how I am delivering, because I have learned, I have that things I have learned, that skill I have, how it is not only one day, throughout my services, throughout my observations, movement, then I have learned. So by education, in the learning process, this is the number one. if anybody want to skilled, then definitely you have to go for the books, theories, learn of this. Learning is very so everybody should have we have a learning mode. Then only definitely one fine day we have a skill. So background is primary need is learning. So 70% you have to devote your time for learning only. But other things automatic will come out. So before thinking the how do I skill, suppose if I feel I'm just delivering these things for the learners and the newcomers. So one fine day, if you say the within 24 hours you have to learn everything, you have to skilled. No, it is not possible. You have to first step is this learning. So learning you have to devote the times. So one fine day you see the learning will be reduced and skill will be increased. So vice versa. Initially you have 70% you have to put it in the learning process. Then after that, slowly, by the virtue of time, your learning time will be reduced. Very fast you can grab it and finally. So for example, I'm consecutively I'm taking the classes in different fields as Dr. Ashok Sharma is doing different short topics and things. So maybe hardly I getting time, maybe one day or half a day. So by these things I have to prepare the 15 slides or 16 slides for the class delivery. How it is possible? Because the learning process I have last uh, first 20, 30 years, I have done the learning process. I have worked somewhere. I've gained the things. Then now I am able to deliver the things. So that way we can see it now it's skill. So skilling, so that's why the education is very important. Basically, it is job-oriented education is required. Nowadays, the IGNOU has already lot of courses are job-oriented courses they have launching, and you see the traditional courses are not very attractive nowadays. All the learners people are attracted in the uh, short time courses are very required so that they can get the job opportunities there. Anyway, so now the some of the approaches, and I'm talking about some of the approaches. Competitive economy, like a fewer monopoly segments. So competitive advantage is required by these when the company efficient market you have to capture it. So as far as you see the as a stockholders, as a customers, or as a human, or as a citizen of the country, my focus should be there. Did this company, but this organization, or maybe these institutions are competitive or not? What the education they are giving, that education are really useful my life or not? So at the time of entry, I think even in the new jobs, when the we are just see this company, Powergate, NTPC, or any corporations or any institutions, private institutions. First, they have to analyze it. This company is really, but this institution are competitive or not. So that is the focus is there. Accordingly, the market will be theirs. So you need not to advertisement or marketing. So focus should be there as a institutions or as a company. You should have a competitive. So as a country, also we should have a as a competitive economy. When we are a competitive economy, the other world they have to lot of investor will come and they have to put the money invested in theirs. So that is the focus, the Indian market economy concept like this. A role of a government and private, you see the government is also focusing a lot of initiatives has taken that we know every day we are seeing. Private, we have to promote the private institutions also so that they should all come because only government cannot do it. As far as my knowledge, energy, initially it was a monopoly, NTPC and Powergate only doing the things. Then finally the government has decided they have to know only these two companies, NTPC and Powergate or NHPC Hydrils, cannot be possible to grow the country. So that's why the private, they have to promote, they have to give some of the incentives and the rebate to the private institutions also. This should all come. That's why the Reliance and others, Adani, lot of energy is coming in the field. Now almost they are also still 50 to 52% are centralized. I mean the government like this Powergrid and NTPC are generating the things, but parallelly other private companies also coming up. So that focus are there. Another thing, the welfare transfers, that is your अंत्योदय, that is important. We have to, आपको जागना है, आपको यह प्रांतों में जेल होना चाहिए. You have to do it. And empowerment, it goes individually And the women empowerment everywhere. Empowerment is not only the women empowerment, everywhere. So we have to empower, then only you can do it. So that means the deliberations means you have to authorize the things. Suppose as a manager, I am not believe my staff, so to deliver. Suppose as a workman, as an employee, you have to give some trust on them. You have to give some the power with them. Okay, you do it your own. What about your ideas? Decision making process will be there. You can correct it. You can monitor only this. So that's why it is required. Manager should trust on the employees. That only it is possible to empowerment. Otherwise, it's not possible because I have all the delegation power I have, but I am not delivering the my subordinates or the employees. Then empower. How it will be possible to empower? So this is it's my viewpoint is given like this way. So reform. Now after that, what are the reforms as given? That is all our latest reforms are there. Factory markets, public sectors, product services. Everywhere the reform is going on. So what are the barriers? What are the things? And suppose some ascetic information, something information are aligned, not aligned, then we have to see where the problems, information problems are there. That some policies are required. Reform means whatever the things, traditional things are going on, that is not as on at par, it is not comfortable. So we have to have a comfortable, so policies has to be changes. So that's why the reform and keeping in view of the objectives of the organizations, objectives of the country, where we should be like this. Institutional reforms is also going on. You see a lot of your IBC, APC, and resource actions are there. And a lot of the things are also abolished and new things are coming. Uh, and bureaucratic reforms. So here these things are available in the Googles, or you can see the lot of books, or in the annual report of the government. Everything are what are the reforms? You can simply reforms of 2014 to 22. You will get it, and you have to details are there. So I just give you some of the clips only, so that you can further after the presentation you can go through this. If you are going to know more about it, then you can take it. Here actually in the last one, the social welfare reforms and equality of the opportunity. I am just focusing in here only because the public goods, health-wise, you have to see what are the goods are there. It is really socially, how it is environmental free or not, or how best in your health. Because you see, as a human, I'm also a part of parcel of the environment because my everything are made by from the environment. We are hiring as a debt, as a loan I have taken. My body is structures, everything where I'm talking, everything are environment from the environment only I get it. The beautiful human structures that God has created. And it's really very unique things. Lot of software, hardware inbuilt in our body itself. So when you are doing anything publicly, how it is socially well-being or not, that you have to be. Even in the medicines also. What are the work I am doing? Really, it is environmentally the other human beings or animals, they are happy or not. Means in terms, I'm just in a broad way, I'm saying not only the public health, in general, what I'm doing, how much it is keen happiness, because that is the main required. So this is the way you can interpret how socially we can. So that reform is required. You have to friendly do the man and see their empathy is also very much required. So then only it will be available. Rural and the urban differences are still there because that is the one of the gap is there. If we can see the analysis gap. So we have to further reevaluate, re-engineering the things, redesign the things, how best we can rural and urban, that closeness can be possible that through this way. That infrastructure may be required. Strength and other things, and so the empowerment, as I discussed, for that your LPG, as you will know, water sanitations, electricity, house health, these all are common things. Everybody, we know everything because we are every day we are seeing the TVs and we are discussing also. But how to overcome the things, how to solutions, that part you have to rethink it. How to do these things. Empower every section in the society is required. Then your as I said, the technology barriers. I think it is almost the same thing. So then pragmatic micro management, that is also very important things where we can see the your how to manage the people in a macro levels so that that skill can be improved. Quality, that one of the quality versus the revenue expenditures, because it's a collaterals, because you see the or if your quality is good, definitely the capital is also to be there, the ratio is there, versus the revenue expenditures, because the quality is not uh, that at par the market, then definitely revenue is also, these all are economy purposes. So these all are dependent, it is a, so depends on independent, some of the variables are depend on each other. So targeting of the expenditures, pandemic. So this is the way some contingent amount should be required. How to create the efficiency. So if we see in the left side, the quality and efficiency, other things you forget about it. If we focus on the quality and efficiency, other things automatically can be diluted or other things can be minimized. Monetary and credit is also in the banking sector is also you see the your um, banking NPS, because all the times you see the banking NPS are goes down the when the thing. So that case, the how to debt ratios can be reduced. All these part are regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. The government of India is regulating. Even though as a bankers, as a bank, they have to see how best we can see their monetary can be strengthened. There some of the your disadjustment, privatizations, asset monetizations. This is the part is there. How to what are the area you have some asset that you have to invest it so that you can get generate some of the revenues also. This is basically suppose for I give you a simple way as a layman. Simple way I can say. Suppose you have three houses. Two houses are rent, another house are not you are yet not giving the rent purposes, because that house you have to invest more, because the this house condition is not good. You sell it, whatever the money you have get it, that sell money you can invest in somewhere. So decisions, this investment are sometimes required. You have enough file, so a lot of space are occupied by the different files which are unwanted files are there, particular space is already occupied. Now it is almost a dead property. So that case you have to think about it, how to de-investment the things so that you can have earn the monies and you can put in the future purposes. So this is the way we can think about it. Privatization also requires some of the things you have to privatize. Government cannot do anything, so you have to invite the private parties. They can join their that movement. So assets monetizations also I have to see. These are all at the management part basically. How to why I am putting all these things here. So if we perform, if we do all these things, then slowly we have to reach as per the directives, as per the projected, the 2047, we can reach the 2047. By this 2047, we will be a rich country, developed country. See if we perform all these things. So simply change diversification and rethink direct things is another part. Then work from anyway. Nowadays it is a popular work from home, work from teaching. Now what I'm doing now at a time, all the people are listening to all these things. Dr. Ashish Sharma ji mailed in world, India-wise, everywhere. So now people are enjoying the things, they are learning the things. So this is the way the work. Now we are now doing some of the work now. That work are reaching in the end user or not, that is that focus should be there. Now you see the any webinars are required to fulfill the things purposes. What are the purpose? It should reach, that knowledge should reach the end users after that and as much as possible. So rural and town, small town, home, everything are should be global, part of the one thing. As we say, our world now is a one village globalization because of the globalizations. So now is a one village. So Digital and hybrid economy is also important, because where you can see the both the things are required, because digital you have to strong enough. Sometimes the hybrid means there's a mixings. So some still you see our education systems are hybrid, some digital and hybrid mixings. IGNOU is slowly entering in the digital completely online or whatever it is, but it may not be possible because of the our end users are not equipped accordingly. So that is taking time by the virtue of spaces of time, when the digitally or communications will be more, IT sections will be more developed, then automatically will be reduced. You see the UPI, as you know, everywhere the UPI, through this UPI, and even in the Sabjiwala, he has also given a payment through the UPI also. So this is the strength of our country. You see, green economy, we can say the diversified the portfolio approaches, solar, mass transmit, redesign the housing appliances. So these are all our upcoming things, and we are some of the things are already. I have some data I can share. I've written some. Just yesterday I noted down some of the data I had. I can see the things where I've written. Yes. So as per the progress, you see the green energy, green economy, what green energy I can say, that is presenting your 119.1 gigawatts so far we have generated. It's the latest, my meaning just yesterday figures. 500 gigawatts renewable energy, the capacity that is forecast by the 2030. We have to generate your renewable energy capacity will be 500 gigawatts. You just imagine by 2030. So a lot of scope and opportunity are coming in this area, and new generation learners can focus on these areas. So Indian pioneering the third way, the innovation and inclusions, the digital empowerment you see, and then provide the universal access, climate, digitals. So some of the figure out is given. It is already I've collected from the different source of journals, source of the websites I've collected, and different seminars I've attended. I just collected it here. You just go through this. It is nothing. Some of the information is given digitally where we are now, basically here. Here I can say the last one, the services, that is the health, construction, and social divisions and cost savings. This is the last point is very important. We have to more focus, more work is required in this area. Then your, I think the time. Oh, almost time is there. So this I first we have to go through this. Some few slides are there. Then some of the specific problems being climate change. Here main focus is high emission of carbon dioxide. So there are some challenges. Level of other greenhouse gases, increasing the lack of biodiversity. So this is the area we have to focus how to, it should be as sustainable things are. Lack of opportunities for the women and other vulnerable communities. That is also one of the area where we look after a lot of work to be done. Agriculture of the one of the part, the productions, lack of vibrant mini grid sectors to be for the economic development purposes. Then some of the initiatives, as I said, the zero emissions target at 2070. That time, India will be zero emissions, means no carbons, nothing. Pollution levels will be good up to the mark. That is a green initiatives, we can say it in one way. Green initiatives means green in the sense of your good, positive, or you can say everything is very in the up to the mark. And the lifestyle of the empowerment, as Prime Minister asserted, that the need for these things. Cooperative India planned for the public, private, and partnerships. Through these partnerships, we can ensure that we can raise the funding energies, so that the missions in Innovation 2.0 can be succeed. Swachhata is one of the very things. A lot of exercise going on. And everywhere the cleaning is one of these things, and garbage free should be garbage free. And then IOCL also, you see the Panipat, they have already converted the agricultural waste like rice straw in the and some ethanol and the bio between. They have uh, uh, converted this way so that that purpose can be. The objective is to empower the India digitally, as main things, transform it into the knowledge economy. In broader scale, the Indian government, including the Digital India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant India, make in India, like this. So all these things are there. Now I have to show some of the photographs. The healthcare is the power grid centers, the field centers, a lot of things. During the COVID, they have renovated and they have transferred is a COVID centers, and a lot of our employee staff and other people are there, and they have taken this opportunity. They have survived and something. Then you see the power grid also the some of the aims, as you know, some as for the corporate social responsibility and the sustainability, they have spent 33 crores for the 10-story, 300 beds facilities there in the AIMS premises only. And there the sometimes the patient is there, but the parents and there the relatives where they will stay. So they are very poor families. So that case they can stay there. It's very minimum subsidized rate is there. They can stay there, and not only the food, everything, canteens, everything is there. It is built by the power grid only. And not only that, another thing in the top roof, there are some helipad is also there. So in emergency, in a helicopter, some patient is there, the heart patients, maybe within a half an hour, they have to reach in the aims. They can helipad, they can land there in the building in top of the roofs, and easily they can shift it there. So this is the way I think it's very good things the socially power grid is doing. Another thing is I think it is your in the Bombay, there's a cancer treatment now. The nuclear medicine treatment is very important now. Before the lot of patients, a lot of employees are employing. There's those who are in the very hazard, electrical hazard areas. They have time to time, they have to check it, the scan the things. They have any cancer or any tumors that they are not. So that is here also the 30 crores given by the power grid, and another 30 crores given by the government of India. Finally, this in 2020, it is inaugurated by our prime ministers. Now, this is also a cancer institute in Guwahati. I just quickly show some of the clips where it is invested for the social purposes. And now the promoting the education also purposes, Power Grid has given all the furnitures they have provided, and the students also, they are fooding, tiffins, everything. And the teacher also, they have the payment is going the then finally they have to hand it over the district. Then they have to do it. Then promoting the education also, a lot of education purposes. They are again they have invested here, and you see the figure. I can not go through the figures. That slides I think Dr. Sharma will provide to everybody. Then you can go through this. Then your some of the Divyang children. There also some of the things are done by the power grid only. 3.5 crore they have invested for this physically challenged children. Then see some rural development purposes also. The community center, there are 80 community centers. They have 40-kilometer road prepared. Earlier it was nothing was there. So this is the way. Still a lot of activities are going on. And you see the environment. You see the lot of your watershed, means the pond type. They clean it, that the water can be villagers can come and take this water for their purposes and for the agriculture purposes. All these things that is the way. It is environmentally that area will be fine, and a lot of things can be. People are really happy. The villagers are taking the advantage of this thing. Skill development purposes also, there are around 30,000 youth trained in the various skills. And if you see in the slide, there are right hand side, there are some technical purpose. And here the women empowerment, there another is the women are training things. All these expenses by the power grid only. They have a lot of things are going on. Sanitation and drinking water purposes, you see the lot of constructed areas, the toilets out of 9,000. The figure, I am not read out the figures. that you see. Here is the drinking water and sanitations focus on by the government directives. They are fulfilling the things. Then such icon, everything even in the temples. I think that figure I have not. I visited the Kamakha temple in the Assam. There are if you go there, there are 12 solar panels are there. All the street light in the temple surrounding, all the lightings are provided by the power grid, and that power is totally by the solar panels. That figure I have not collected so far. Anyhow, the women empowerment, you see the humans in the village. It is not only the power grid employees, it's any sort of area they have pointed out, and they have to choose the areas and go there and invest the money by the discussion with their district magistrate and all these things, and provided the things. So this is the environment purposes. Recently, I see there are 10,000. It is very latest in the Andhra Pradesh. There are 10,000 hectares interventions, and that's already solar panels. They have, the power will be utilized for the agriculture purposes and other purposes also. So, okay, I think thank you very much. So this is the way I have to finish my. I can now.
सर स्टॉप शेयरिंग, सर स्टॉप शेयरिंग करना पड़ेगा, स्टॉप शेयरिंग.
Yes.
जी जी सर, yes, this one, yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Actually, I have taken a little more times, but anyhow, because I have a lot of things, materials, I would like to say more, but because the time constraints.
जी sir. Sir, because you are from the field of power, and you have served power grid a lot, and government of India and our country you have served a lot. So it was a very powerful presentation, sir. It was very insightful presentation, and we all learnt a lot, knew many things. एंड सर मैं इस कार्यक्रम में जुड़ने के लिए मैं स्वागत और धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा सर. मेरे कुछ कुलीग्स जुड़े हैं इस दौरान. मैं स्क्रीन पर देख रहा हूँ डॉक्टर बीर अभिमन्यु कुमार जुड़े हैं, मैडम नीलोफर इस कार्यक्रम में हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं, राजीव कुमार जी, राम प्रसाद जी, और सर हमारे 3 रीजनल सेंटर्स भी अभी दिखाई दे रहे हैं स्क्रीन पर.
सबको मेरा नमस्कार, सबको मेरा नमस्कार.
जी सर. सर आरसी गैंगटोक से हमारे कुलीग्स हैं, शिलोंग से हमारे कुलीग्स हैं, वटाकरा से हमारे कुलीग्स हैं, और नमस्कार डॉक्टर अभिमन्यु, नमस्कार. और डॉक्टर श्वेता सिंह मैडम हैं, और मेरे कुलीग्स डॉक्टर विकास सिंगल और अर्षा मैडम तो खैर शुरू से भी ये भी जुड़े ही हुए हैं, और मेरे रीजनल सेंटर के कुछ दूसरे कुलीग्स भी. तो सर आज के इस वंडरफुल प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए मेरी तरफ से तहे दिल से बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. और सर मैं अपने सभी कुलीग्स को रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा कि अगर वो आपसे कोई प्रश्न पूछना चाहते हैं रिगार्डिंग योर दिस टुडेज प्रेजेंटेशन ऑन ESG, it is a very pertinent and very relevant and very important field. और अभी बाकी देशों के साथ साथ हमारी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया भी इस फील्ड में काफ़ी काम कर रही है. और विश्वास सर ने आज इस टॉपिक पर जो मेजर ट्रेंड्स हैं, चैलेंजेस हैं, इश्यूज हैं, क्या शॉर्टकमिंग्स हैं, और किस तरीके के इनिशिएटिव्स लिए जा रहे हैं, और जो शॉर्टकमिंग्स हैं उनको किस तरीके से ओवरकम किया जा रहा है, विद द हेल्प ऑफ रिलेटेड डाटा एंड फोटोग्राफ्स पूरे इंडिया का सर ने एक सिनेरियो हम सभी के साथ शेयर किया है. तो मैं अपने कुलीग्स से रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा, इफ़ दे हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस और क्वेरीज और कमेंट्स, सो यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम प्लीज. अगर किसी कुलीग के कोई क्वेश्चंस हैं, कोई क्वेरीज हैं, या आज के इस टॉपिक के बारे में उनके अपने कोई पर्सनल ऑब्जर्वेशंस या ओपिनियंस हैं, तो आई रिक्वेस्ट यू टू प्लीज कम and join in discussion, please. If there is any questions, or if you want to share your opinions on this field, in this topic, so you are most welcome, please. It was a very important topic, and Bishwas sir, he kindly agreed to my request to share his views on this topic with us today in this national webinar. So if there are any queries, I welcome all dear colleagues and all dear students if there is any question. Sir, I think that there are no questions from the side of our colleagues and our learners.
Okay.
So, sir, your concluding remarks on this topic, and then we will finally conclude it, sir. Your last concluding remarks.
Sure. So, what is the takeaway? Basically, otherwise I can see what is the takeaway, my takeaway, IGNOU takeaway, and what are the learners and everybody is the takeaway today after this seminar. These things, what we have gained, we have learned the things. The future is bright. One thing, the India is growing. There's no doubt about it. And second things, that positivity, that mindset is required. So we will be not winning, I mean, not struggling. We are in a platform where we have to take off. प्लेन आपका प्लेटफॉर्म मैंने रनवे में खड़े हैं, आपको उसे उड़ाना है. दैट स्टेज में हम लोग हैं इंडिया में. Everything infrastructure is going on, road, everything. So now we have to have a rethink, re-escalate the things where we are, and now what to do it in futures. Not only the my purposes, country purposes, social purposes. That is the, I think, views I can share. That is the message, not only from me. Everyone should have realized the things. If I have a opportunity, then energy side, actually I am also preparing. If I have another opportunity, definitely I'll show all this thermal, hydro, what I have learned from the Ministry of Power, that solar, with the latest wind power, that purpose again I have to, if I have its opportunity, definitely I will do that, focus on these areas also. So this is the way I think everybody, thanks to everybody participating in this and patiently hearing my things. I know that the questions are very questionings are difficult because all topics are very new. That's why maybe things, even though if any doubts in your mind or some things, after that also go through the presentation, you write to the mail to the Mr. Dr. Saab ko aap mail kar dijiye. If any further any queries or knowledge is required, in turn, definitely I will reply all the mails, your doubts or all these things. So thank you to all everybody and Dr. Saab, Sharma ji, आपने मुझे और एक बार मैं आपको थैंक्स देना चाहता हूँ जो आपने मौका दिया, अपॉर्चुनिटी दिया बोलने के.
Sir, rather,
and your guidance is always मेरे लिए appreciated. आपका blessing हमेशा रहता है. जब भी जाता हूँ आपसे बात करता हूँ, आप बहुत ही पोलाइटली देते हैं, तो कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल बहुत बढ़ जाता है. आपसे जब बात करता हूँ मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ जाता है, सारे ऑडिट से 50% निकल जाता है.
Sir, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Rather, we are thankful to you for kindly sparing your valuable time for us today. Sir, now we are towards the end of our this national webinar, and I am going to propose a formal vote of thanks. And my first and foremost and most important thanks goes to my IGNOU headquarter authorities, our honorable Vice Chancellor sir, जो हमेशा ही हम सभी के लिए थ्रू आउट इंडिया, थ्रू आउट आवर IGNOU फ्रेटर्निटी, हमारा IGNOU परिवार जो है वो हमारे ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर सर से हमेशा ही इंस्पिरेशन लेता है, मोटिवेशन लेता है, और फील्ड में और ज़्यादा काम करने की प्रेरणा ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर सर से मिलती रहती है. और हमारे जो प्रो वाइस चांसलर सर्स हैं, मैडम्स हैं, उनसे हमें लगातार गाइडेंस मिलती रहती है, डायरेक्शंस मिलती रहती हैं, किस तरीके से क्या क्या एक्टिविटीज़ करनी है. और हमारा जो डिफरेंट स्कूल्स हैं, वहाँ पर जो डायरेक्टर्स हैं, फैकल्टी मेंबर्स हैं, उनसे हमें पूरा सपोर्ट मिलता है. टाइम टू टाइम हम लोगों को जिस भी तरीके की रिक्वायरमेंट रहती है, उनकी जो एक रिसोर्सफुलनेस है, उनकी जो एक्सपर्टीज़ है, वहाँ से भी हम लोगों को काफ़ी सारा रास्ता हमारे को देखने को मिलता है. एक रोशनी की किरण हम लोगों को हमारे IGNOU हेडक्वार्टर से मिलती है. और हमारे जो रजिस्ट्रार्स हैं, उनका सपोर्ट और कोऑपरेशन हर फील्ड में हम लोगों को हमेशा मिलता रहता है. और हमारा IGNOU परिवार का जो टीचिंग फैकल्टी है, नॉन टीचिंग कोलीग्स हैं, सभी से हम लोगों को जो सपोर्ट और सहायता मिलती है. आज के इस प्रोग्राम के ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में भी सभी का हम लोगों को भरपूर कोऑपरेशन मिला, सपोर्ट मिला. तो मैं हमारे इग्नू हेडक्वार्टर पर जो हमारी फैकल्टी हैं, फ्रेटर्निटी हैं, जो परिवार के सदस्य हैं, उन सभी का धन्यवाद अदा करता हूं। और खास तौर पर हमारे जो डायरेक्टर आरएसडी सर हैं, डॉक्टर यूसी पांडे सर, उनका लगातार हम लोगों को एक मोटिवेशनल मैसेज मिलता रहता है कि यू शुड डू समथिंग इन दिस एरिया, यू शुड डू समथिंग इन दैट एरिया। तो सर की जो लगातार जो मोटिवेशन हम लोगों को मिलती रहती है, तो पांडे सर के लिए भी तहे दिल से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। और हमारे जो अलग अलग जो हमारे रीजनल सेंटर्स हैं थ्रू आउट इंडिया, सर वी आर हैविंग 57 रीजनल सेंटर्स और मोर देन 2000 स्टडी सेंटर्स। तो स्टडी सेंटर्स पर भी हमारे जो एकेडमिक काउंसलर्स हैं वो भी हमारे साथ जुड़े रहते हैं। सभी तरीके के प्रोग्राम्स अभी आजकल सर हमारा जो दायरा है वो बहुत विस्तृत हो गया है, और ख़ास तौर पर कुछ जो हमारे प्रोग्राम्स होते हैं जिनको एक तरीके से हम टेक्निकल टर्म्स में लो एनरोलमेंट प्रोग्राम कहते हैं, और उसके लिए कुछ रीजनल सेंटर्स को नोडल रीजनल सेंटर्स बना दिया जाता है। और उस समय पर हम लोग पूरे इंडिया के स्टूडेंट्स के टच में आते हैं, और पूरे इंडिया के जो हमारे एकेडमिक काउंसलर्स हैं उनके टच में आते हैं। डिफरेंट रीजनल सेंटर्स के साथ हमारा कोलैबोरेशन बढ़ता है, कोऑपरेशन बढ़ता है। तो आज के इस प्रोग्राम में भी हमारे जो अलग अलग रीजनल सेंटर के हमारे कुलीग्स हैं, जो वहाँ के जो स्टाफ हैं, सभी इस कार्यक्रम को अभी जो हमारे साथ लाइव भी जुड़े हुए हैं वो भी देख रहे हैं, और बाद में जब हम रिकॉर्डिंग शेयर करेंगे तो वो भी तब उनसे साथ सभी के साथ शेयर होगी। तो जो सभी हमारे जो बाकी के जो 56 रीजनल सेंटर्स हैं वो भी, और बाकी जितने भी हमारे स्टडी सेंटर कुलीग्स हैं वो भी, उनका भी इस प्रोग्राम में हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए बहुत बहुत हार्दिक धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया। और सर आज का ये जो कार्यक्रम था, आपकी जो गाइडेंस थी वो खास तौर पर हमारे बहुत सारे विद्यार्थियों के लिए बहुत लाभदायक सिद्ध होने वाली है। और जो विद्यार्थी हमारे साथ इस प्रोग्राम में लाइव भी जुड़े और जो बाद में रिकॉर्डिंग भी देखेंगे हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल के माध्यम से, उन सभी को भी धन्यवाद इस प्रोग्राम को देखने के लिए, हमसे जुड़ने के लिए। और सर मेरा जो रीजनल सेंटर 1 के हमारे जो कुलीग्स हैं, डॉक्टर विकास सिंघल, डॉक्टर अर्शिया हुसैन, मेरे कुलीग्स जो कुछ जो खास तौर पर बहुत एक्टिवली मेरे साथ जुड़े रहते हैं। बाकी सपोर्ट तो मुझे सारे स्टाफ का मिलता है, लेकिन कुछ मेरे कुलीग्स हैं, मिस्टर सोनू, मिस्टर संदीप, मिस्टर सतपाल, मिस्टर अजीत, सभी के नाम मैं नहीं ले पाऊंगा, लेकिन सभी कुलीग्स के लिए मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत हार्दिक धन्यवाद। और सर सबसे बड़ा धन्यवाद खुद आपको ही जाता है, क्योंकि आज के जो प्रोग्राम के रिसोर्स पर्सन हैं, आपने मेरी रिक्वेस्ट पर हमारे लिए बहुत कीमती समय निकाला। मैं जानता हूं आप बहुत बिजी रहते हैं डिस्पाइट योर रिटायरमेंट फ्रॉम पावर ग्रिड, बट अभी भी आप इतने सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस और इतने सारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस के साथ आप जुड़े हुए हैं, एज गेस्ट फैकल्टी या फिर एज एकेडमिक काउंसलर। आप हमारे डिफरेंट रीजनल सेंटर्स को भी अपनी सेवाएं अभी भी आज भी आप एक्टिवली देते चले आ रहे हैं। तो आपको भी सर तहे दिल से बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। और इस प्रोग्राम को सक्सेसफुल बनाने के लिए मेरी जो कुलीग्स हैं, मेरी जो टीम है, सभी को मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत हार्दिक धन्यवाद और बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया और बहुत बहुत बधाई आप सभी को। आज हमने इस कार्यक्रम में बहुत सारी नई सारी चीज़ें सीखी। पावर के फील्ड में एम्पावरमेंट के साथ साथ हमने सर को सुना डिजिटल एम्पावरमेंट भी बहुत ज़रूरी है, विमेन एम्पावरमेंट भी बहुत ज़रूरी है, और किस तरीके से हमारा देश हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन में, उनके नेतृत्व में जिस तरीके से हम लोग अलग अलग इनिशिएटिव्स ले रहे हैं, और जिस तरीके से हमारे देश का रुतबा, हमारे देश की जो एक इमेज पूरे वर्ल्ड में जो बहुत मजबूत हुई है, बहुत स्ट्रांग हुई है माननीय मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में। तो जो भारत सरकार जो इस फील्ड में कार्य कर रही है वो वास्तव में ही सराहनीय है, और हमारे देश की जो उपलब्धियां हैं वो आगे आने वाले समय में और स्वर्णिम अक्षरों में लिखी जाएंगी। तो आज के इस कार्यक्रम को सफल बनाने के लिए मेरी तरफ से आप सभी को बहुत बहुत हार्दिक धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, और आप सभी को इस कार्यक्रम में जुड़ने के लिए एक बार फिर से बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन और आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू सो मच सर। और हम आपसे आगे भी जुड़े रहेंगे, और आपका मार्गदर्शन मैं, मेरी टीम, मेरे विद्यार्थी और पूरे इंडिया में हमारे जो कुलीग्स हैं, मेरे जो हेडक्वार्टर के कुलीग्स हैं, हमारा जो ये इग्नू परिवार है, हम सभी आपका आगे भी सर, जो आपका जो एक्सपर्टीज है, आपका जो अनुभव है, आपका जो ज्ञान है, उसका लाभ हम फ्यूचर में भी उठाते रहेंगे। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। थैंक यू सो मच सर। थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू, धन्यवाद सर, धन्यवाद सबको।
थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू मैडम।
विकास जी, धन्यवाद विकास जी, थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, Dr. Sahab. Thank you. जुड़ने के लिए आप सभी का बहुत बहुत thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you, sir. My Shillong team, they have written in the chat box thanks and congratulations. Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. You were continuously, yes, you were.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay,
My colleagues at Shillong, Gangtok, and Vatakara, and other colleagues also. You were present throughout the webinar, and your presence also is a very motivational factor for us. Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, with your kind permission, sir, now should we close this meeting? If you-
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Thanks, sirs. Thanks,
Thank
madam.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.